I understand the jury has reached a verdict.
Yes,
Ms. Tarver, you will be, you can stand and read the verdict. Each of the verdict forms.
do I need to start from State of Tennessee versus? State of Tennessee versus Latosha Daniels, indictment number 25-01253. Verdict form count 1. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of second-degree murder as included in count 1 of indictment number 25-01253. State of Tennessee versus Latosha Daniels, indictment number 25-01253. Verdict form count 2. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of reckless endangerment as included in count 2 of indictment number 25-01253. State of Tennessee versus Latosha Daniels, indictment number 25-01253. Verdict form count 3. We, the jury, find the defendant not guilty in count 3 of indictment number 25-01253.
Would you like the jury poll?
Yes, please.
Okay. I'll start on this end. Is that your verdict?
Yes.
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 Is that your verdict? Is that your verdict?
Yes.
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 Now that you have concluded your service on this case, I thank you for your patience and conscientious attention to your duty as jurors. You have not only fulfilled your civic duty, but you have also made a personal contribution to the ideal of equal justice for all people. You may have questions about the confidentiality of the proceedings. Because the case is over, you are free to discuss the case with any person you choose. However, you do not have to talk to anyone about the case if you do not want to. If you tell someone you do not wish to talk about it and they continue to bother you, let the court know, for we can protect your privacy. If you do decide to discuss the case with anyone, I would suggest you treat it with a degree of solemnity, so that whatever you say, you will be willing to say in the presence of your fellow jurors or under oath here in open court in the presence of all the parties. Also, if you do decide to discuss the case, please respect the privacy of the views of your fellow jurors. Your fellow jurors fully and freely stated their opinions and deliberations with the understanding they were being expressed in confidence. Again, I thank you for your willingness to give of your time away from your accustomed pursuits and faithfully discharge your duties as jurors. You are now excused. I will be back to speak with you shortly, so I'll show you excused to the jury room.
I mean, I have mixed feelings. From day one, we believe that this was a voluntary manslaughter. We believe count 2, the reckless, was criminal intent reckless homicide was a fair verdict, and we were happy about the not guilty verdict on count 3. So again, we always thought that this was a crime of passion and that there was adequate provocation based upon his manipulation and the things that he did to her during the course of their relationship.
And you all called Latoshia Daniels to testify. Tell me what was the things that you guys thought about when you made that decision.
There was so much of this story that only Latoshia could tell. The police only had so much information, and Tabitha Perry did not have a lot of this information. So there was all of these gaps that there was no explanation for, that Latoshia had to be the one to fill in for the jury. But also, she wanted to tell her story to this jury. She wanted them to understand how she felt when this was happening. And that's why we did push for that voluntary manslaughter and the reckless endangerment, because she was under such emotional distress when this happened that she was not thinking clearly.
When you go to sentencing, will you push the fact that she has no criminal record and try and see if you can get, I think carries 15 to 25 years. Will you try and push for the lower end of that due to no criminal record in the past?
Absolutely. So second-degree murder in Tennessee has, for someone with no prior criminal history, has two potential ranges of punishment. There's a mitigated range that carries 13.5 years, and then there is a standard range one offender for someone with no prior felonies. That carries 15 to 25 years. We will absolutely be arguing that a woman who is 46 years old and has absolutely no criminal history and has done so much to try to better those around her. While she was incarcerated, she wrote a book for incarcerated mothers. She wrote a book for the children of incarcerated mothers. She has lived her life trying to help people. What happened on April the 4th of 2019 was not the actions that ever would have happened with Latoshia Daniels if she was not in that state of distress.
And how is she feeling? I know you guys have probably been able to talk to her. How is she feeling right now?
I mean, go ahead.
I think she's a little bit in shock. I think she's struggling with the idea that she's going to probably have to spend at least another decade in prison. But I think she also understands that, you know, this happened for a reason, and the way she handled her previous incarceration, I think she's going to be fine.
Could that prior prison time count towards?
Oh, absolutely. Whatever jail time she had, jail credit she had built up, that'll count toward the ultimate sentence she'll receive in Division 2.
I know you weren't the original attorney on this, but since you've worked with it, what has it been like as you've worked through it, what you've discovered? Has it been like peeling back an onion, or when you got it, was it really already mostly there? The evidence and the proof?
So like I said, this has been a very unique type of case that we talked to the jury about that day one, in that there's actually a disparity of information in our favor in this case, which is very, very unusual. So a lot of the discovery was not disputed information. Where the dispute came was from the mental state, and that could only come from Latoshia.
I think the other big point that needs to be emphasized here is, you know, a lot of times in our society we only view abuse as physical. And in this case, this really highlighted the mental abuse that she went through with this person that took advantage of her. I mean, he was supposed to be her therapist, and he knew her deepest, darkest secrets, and he used that against her, especially with her being a person that had prior mental health issues.
Attorney Horn, I arrived late and I apologize if this has been asked. Has she spoken to the pastor's wife since the shooting? And if so, what was that conversation like?
I don't think she's ever.
She wouldn't have been legally allowed
allowed
to.
to.
There would have been bond conditions and other court order prohibitions against contact.
Has she expressed any interest in reaching out to her and apologizing or having a conversation with her?
I think that's something that probably will be addressed at sentencing, and just knowing Latasha, getting to know her and the person that she is, I'm almost 99% sure that she will write a letter or make statements to Tabitha about her actions and apologizing for her actions. Because even in their banter back and forth, she was, you know, she didn't want to shoot her. She never meant to shoot her, and she was shocked. I think Tabitha was shocked when she was shot.
And Latasha has been genuinely remorseful in all of our communications with her, not just as to Tabitha, but even as to Brodes. Like,
Yeah.
This is a weight that she carries every day.
Is she getting mental health therapy in jail, and do you think that therapy is adequate?
She's been out of custody. She has been getting mental health help, and I know that I'm confident that she will continue to get mental health help, and I hope that they offer adequate services, but we won't know until time shows.
How much time did she spend in jail before the trial?
About 4 years. So she's got a little time under her belt.
Will that count toward the sentence?
Yes.
Time served, you think?
No.
No?
No.
It will count as jail credit, but that will not cover the range of exposure.